My name is Rotsy Hernandez. I am the director of the LegiSchool Project. So thank you once again for attending our little info session here. So just to start off, what is LegiSchool? LegiSchool is a play off of the words of legislature in high school. So we do focus a lot on the legislative branch, but we also do a lot of judicial and executive. So we deal with all the branches. And we are housed at Sac State, and we all have a partnership with the California State Legislature. So the state capitol. We work with the state capitol and Sac State and all the high schools in California. And what's our mission is we want to engage your students, and we want your students to participate in this program so they can be more engaged in, state government and social movements, and just learn more about how to directly influence policy issues. So this is just an example below. So for those that are in the Sacramento area, when we were in person, and we will be returning in person soon probably, this is what a town hall would look like. And I'll get into those. So we would have a panel. It's a field trip, basically. We have a panel, we have team competitions, high school versus high school sometimes, class versus class, and we talk about important policy issues. So what do we do? So we know state government is kind of daunting, especially right now. Government doesn't have a really good rep. People feel a little bit uneasy with the government. So we're trying to break it down in ways that is very understandable for students. So we offer a few programs that hopefully your students will enjoy. So we do English, we do art, photography, and that's what is here. So town halls, we have contests, and then we have our summer internship, and I'll get into those. Let's see. So what are town halls? Town halls is what I was showing you kind of in the previous slide. Those field trips right now, they are virtual, but I still think that they're really valuable for students. So they're by students for students. So students are actually moderating these discussions, asking the questions, and the students are the ones that are doing Q&A in these panels. So what we've done, for example, we started off last year with racial discrimination in California, which was a huge topic that we had in October. Cybersecurity, restorative justice. We just had one on financial aid reform. So we have these really good discussions that I think students can get involved with and participate and take the lead, because a lot of times in schools, students are taught by adults and there's all these teachers there, which is great. But for this, it's more accessible. I want students to lead the discussion. So this is how students can get involved directly in these town halls. And then with contests, there's something for everyone. So if students, like photography, like art, there's these contests for them, and we still incorporate state government in this discussion. So state policies are demonstrated in photos, as well as political cartoon contests. So students can show their art, so there's different ways to express government. That's not just your typical way. So we have these contests. And then for those that enjoy writing, we do have creative writing contests. And then the winners, which in the past would get flown up, because this is a statewide program. So they would be flown up to the Capitol and meet their legislature, just legislative representative. But now we do like a virtual meet and greet with assembly members. So for example, we have Senator Limon in that Zoom, and then we have Assemblymember Irwin. So we want the students to meet their legislative representatives and to know like these are really bright students. So these are different ways that you can incorporate LegiSchool into your classroom directly. So if there's an art teacher that enjoys having these type of assignments, you can incorporate LegiSchool by submitting those already existing art assignments to us, and then that way they can submit it and they can win and they can meet their legislative representative, as well as anyone that does photography or media. You can submit those existing photographs to us, and that's just a really easy way to incorporate LegiSchool into your school. As well as English. A lot of English teachers submit or do extra credit for our contest and then submit it to us, and then they get a winner. So it's a win-win. And then the LegiSchool Civics Institute is virtual right now, and it's still going to be virtual this summer. So it's a 4-week intensive program, and it is an internship. It is paid, and you do get like a ceremony at the end. So it's really, really fun. This is a really good experience, and it's open right now, and I can shoot my information at the end. So it is a 4-week program, and each week we do a different branch of government. Legislative 1 week, judicial 1 week, exec, and then the last one, which is super important, resume building, interview, practicing interviews, professional development, presentations. We kind of trying to get the student involved in these things. And that's something that students lost, I think, is the networking. Their resume now has like this little gap, I think, just because so many jobs just were gone. So LegiSchool is still trying to have that. We still want to get them a mentor. We match them up with mentors. We have a lot of speakers, we do assignments, and we try to get them involved. And then these students that are in the internship are the ones that moderate later. So we follow them throughout the whole year in this like really nice cohort that they have. And so, for example, the left was the internship in the last summer, which was great. And on the right, we had the in-person component. And for those that are in the Sacramento area, since right now it's a really interesting situation, I'm assuming that we'll have a virtual internship, but there'll still be a time to kind of convene together at least one day at the state capitol, probably this summer. This summer, the internship is from June, July, 2 weeks in June, 2 weeks in July. So that will probably still happen. So that's pretty much it. So again, our goal is to motivate young people, get them really comfortable. A lot of times they feel a little scared, and like the state capitol, it's a really big building. It's a little daunting. The people don't really look like them. So it's for me to get them comfortable with the idea that the state capitol is a public building. The students can walk in, they can say anything they need to, they can walk into any committee hearing and, say what they want to, say their opinions about these bills. And so we walk around, we try to get them comfortable with the idea that you can speak up, and it's really important that they do. And even so, this is kind of just to get the students, plant a little seed and say, you can be involved in the political process, and they might not like it, or they might. So we never know. It's just for them to get involved at a young age. And a lot of these students do go on to enjoy it, and they become fellows. So I don't know how familiar people are with the Capital Fellowship Program. I am in the same department as that. So we have had students from this program be in the Capital Fellowship Program. So our photo contest is May 14th, and the theme really is just California through my eyes. Well, how does California look like within your eyes? And we've gotten agricultural photos, and we've experienced a lot of homelessness. We've had beach. We have just fires in Santa Rosa and beyond. We have, what does California look like through the eyes of you as a student? And then the Civics Institute deadline is May 31st. And those were just examples of students when we do like a retreat and team building. So thank you very much for listening to me today. Hopefully you can incorporate LegiSchool into your school. It's very easy to do so. There's a lot of different components, art, English, or any of the above, or all of them. And you can visit our website, which is where you will find all the application and all those details. That's it for me. And there's my email. I can just leave it on that slide for a little bit.
So we'll continue to leave it on that slide for a little bit for folks to take advantage of the information there, Rati's email, and also the address to see LegiSchool information. But we would like to see if there's any questions that anyone might have. If you have any questions, please feel free to share it in the chat box. And to be honest with you, we have a small number of participants. So if you would like to even unmute yourself and ask a question, please feel free to do so.
I also have some FAQs. I can answer those first, or anyone has any other questions as well.
Any question? Don't be shy.
I see a hand. I see a hand.
All right, Larissa, please. You're on mute.
Hi, good morning. Christmas. Shh.
Hi.
Sorry. Yeah. Hi, my name's Larissa. Good morning.
Good morning.
I am very interested in incorporating urban and regional planning
Mm-hmm.
into the schools to also help alleviate some of the homeless problem that we have. I am from Oakland. I am now in Sacramento. I came here because what better place to come? Both of my degrees are in government. And so, yes, I would like very much to see if there's an urban planning environmental justice component as it relates to public policy in land usage, housing, public health, public education, and transportation.
Mm-hmm. Well, we have not, sorry, I'm grabbing my pen over here, writing down some notes. We have not had that specific like town hall or topic, but for example, when we talk about like photography, that's a way that you can incorporate, because with the photography, it's California through your eyes, and you have to do also like a supplemental little essay. So if you were to stress that this is what you want for like a certain class or a subject, the students could turn in really good content, and they win monetary money as well with these photos. So that's a way that you could also do that. And then I don't have the schedule, for example, for next year. So around the end of May is when we release the newsletter and our topic of events for the whole school year for like the next school year. So maybe something can come up that is not exactly, that can be related to what you're talking about, which is what is how.
Yeah, I'm not teaching, but I would like to a program that would actually incorporate this. So it's all government. I hear that you're dealing with the legislative branches. Additionally, social policy and learning how to actually create policy, implement it, and what it takes. And when I was teaching, I would definitely encourage and inform my students that just because they're under 18 years old does not mean that they don't have rights, and that they need to understand the rights, understand that Constitution, understand the Bill of Rights, understand these amendments, and then be able to move forward. So yes, urban planning, urban studies and planning is a critical component as far as I'm concerned, as to how these cities are actually built and run. Thank you for letting me share.
So thank you for sharing, Ms. Wells. If you would like, you could reach out to me via my email that's in the chat, and then you and I can have a conversation and see kind of what your goals is in regards to creating this type of opportunity for students, and then we can explore what type of other partners we might be able to bring in. So potentially some of the high school principals or maybe other partners at Sac State or something of that nature. So please reach out, and then we can talk further about it.
Yeah, and definitely email me, because right now it's the brainstorming session and I'm gathering a lot of input like yours. So email me, because this is when we start planning for the next town hall, right? So maybe there could be a topic that can align with exactly what you're saying, and we get really good people that can speak at this, and students from like, you know, where you are can also moderate this. So it could be a really good, because I definitely want students to.
Sacramento.
Yes.
But yeah, thank you.
All right, great. All right, do we have any other questions from the audience, from anyone? All right, so hearing none, and we said we were going to be short. I just want to bring back up my PowerPoint really quickly just to share some information, and then we'll be done. All right. So thank you, Ratzi, for such a wonderful presentation. It's really exciting to think about young people getting involved civically. It's a wonderful opportunity to be in the town halls and to meet those folks that are charged with being leaders, elected leaders. It's also a great opportunity to participate in the contest. I kind of want to get involved in the photo contest myself. Too bad I'm long gone from high school. And also, I mean, the opportunity for internships is amazing. We know so many young people could benefit from learning work experience, and
Yes.
everybody could benefit from getting a little money, right? So hopefully folks will take advantage. I just want to end by saying thank you on behalf of the Sacramento Promise Zone. Please check out the Sacramento Promise Zone Facebook page. It's kind of a one-stop shop for you to learn about amazing opportunities across all sectors. So there's things focused on health and education, jobs, job training, housing, things related to the pandemic, like vaccines or testing, opportunities for people to learn where to get food distribution, all kinds of things. I challenge you to take a look at the page. I guarantee you, if you scroll for 10 seconds, you'll learn about a number of things that you didn't know about, including the LegiSchool Project. And so I challenge you to do that, but also share that information with friends, family, colleagues, in your network, so that folks can be aware of information from hundreds of partners across Sacramento. Also, if you want to learn more information about the Promise Zone, you can check out our website as well. So thank you for everyone for joining, and we hope that you have a wonderful day.